Today's lesson is over area of circle. So, what do we know about area of circle? The formula is A equal pi r squared. So, now let's do two examples. This is a circle. How would you describe this line? This is called a diameter. It goes from one end to the other end through the center. The diameter is 8. But to do in the area of a circle, you got to know what r is. What is r? Radius. So what is the radius of this? 4. So if I know that the radius is 4, so I replace the radius with 4. How do you say this as a multiplication problem? 4 times 4, which is 16. 16 pi. So let's go through the choices. Which one shows 16 pi? 16 pi. 16, 16, 16 pi. This goes right here. Now, can I replace the pi with maybe 3 to have an estimated answer? 16 times 3 is 48. What if I use 3.14? What is 3.14 times 16? 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 times 3 is 18. Scratch, scratch, lay an egg. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 4, 12, carry to 1. 9, 10, carry to 1. That's 50.24. Oh, I did all that work for no reason. Oh, wow. All right. All right, let's do a different example. This is a radius of 8. So this is a radius of 8. So pi, I replace the radius with 8. What's 8 square? How do you say that as multiplication? 8 times 8 is 64. So we're looking for something called 64 pi. 64 pi. 64 pi. I'm blind. Oh, it's right here. What if I replace the pi with 3 because I want a numerical answer? 64 times 3 is about 192-ish. And here's the other answer. So that is how you do full circles. What we're going to learn today is how do you do semicircle. Semicircle. A semicircle, here's a full circle, it's pi r squared. If you do a semicircle, it literally means you're cutting it in half. So if I do the semicircle, I'm cutting it in half. So I'm doing half of pi r squared. Half also means the same thing as dividing it into 2 parts. So let's look at a semicircle. So we know we're going to have to do half or divide by 2. So it could be this. So before we do it, what would you classify as the radius here? 5. So I need to replace the r with 5. Half pi, replace the r with 5 square. What's 5 times 5 as a multiplication? 25. So 25 pi half. And what is half of the 25? 12.5 pi. So we need to look around for half of pi 5 square. Oh, it's right here. And then the other one is 12.5 pi. 12.5 pi. 12.5 pi. And it's right here. Here's the other one right there. I'm not sure if they actually solved it. I think they did. 12.5 times 3 is 15 carried to 1 is 7. 37.5. Well, it's not here, so I guess they didn't solve it. Wait, am I doing this right? Let's see. Yeah, it's 12.5 times 3. 15 carried to 1 is 6 plus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Yeah, 37.5. Oh, they used 3.14. So that means 39.3 is the closest. Now, last but not least, this is called a quarter circle. That means you are taking a circle and you're cutting it into fourths. Fourths. So instead of doing a half, we're cutting it into fourths. So let's try this example right here. This is the radius is 8. So I replace this radius with 8. I replace this radius with 8. What is 8 square? How do you say that as multiplication? 8 times 8 is 64. So it's 1/4 pi 64. And what is a fourth of 64? Can you split this 64 into 4 parts? What is 64 into 4 parts? 1. It goes in 16. So it's 16 pi. So we're looking for 16 pi. 16 pi. 16 pi. It's right here. 16 times 3 is 48-ish, which is close to 50.24. And that is how you do circles, semicircles, and quarter circles.